Hello, we are back for another Avatar The Last Airbender traditional draft. And this card, Ozai, is very expensive. Double black, double red. Total 6 mana CMC. But we've got to take him. He's too good. 7/7 trample haste. We'll get you 4 firebending mana back. And it sticks around until he dies. He might die. They basically get one turn to try and kill him. You trample haste him in. After that, will have flying and indestructible as soon as you untap. 6 more unspent mana. Right, you just QQ. Tap that. So we'll take that. I don't think we played red-black yet, but I absolutely will for Ozai. The Phoenix King. Now, what do we hope to wheel here? I guess the firebending lesson, I doubt will be here. We'll play a Koshi Battle Fan and hope not to play the swamp cycling guy. Fire Nation Cadets. We'll take that and try to get lesson cards in our graveyard, like that 2 mana damage spell, so that we can do firebending with this. Otherwise, this is underwhelming. Callous Inspectors is more for the sack deck. And Crescent Island Temple is probably one of, if not the best, shrine cards, but shrines is just too slow and too bad. Every once in a while, I'm sure it's fun if you get to go off and make like 5 prowess 1/1s and then pump them up, but that will not be the draft we draft today. We've got Ozai. I'm going to try and not mess it up. Fire Navy Trebuchet is a sacrifice trigger each turn, but it's tricky. You need a 2/1. It's not even flying, right? Oh no, it is flying and attacking. There's plenty that can block it, even with the flying. And then you don't get the sacrifice. 0/4 doesn't threaten to kill anything by blocking it. And a firebending lesson is here, which is, like I mentioned, going to be great for our Fire Nation Cadets. I think this is the #1 card we want to turn it on. We hope to wheel, I don't know, a Mongoose Lizard. I hope not to play that. Kind of nothing here. Foggy Swamp Hunters stinks. I doubt the Trebuchet will be here. If the Trebuchet is there, we can try playing it. We can consider playing it. The rare is blue. But it's one of the weaker ones. Just lets you play stuff for free. This is another lesson for Fire Nation Cadets. So we can take it over the Kyoshi Battle Fan. We could get this later and elsewhere. Same thing with Merchant of Many Hats. Maybe we end up in red-black with wanting to have sack outlets. But right now we'll take the lesson that turns on the Fire Nation Cadets. You take a land or Deadly Precision here, or Swamp Snare Trap. I think maybe Deadly Precision is better than Swamp Snare Trap. It hits more things. And we may have sack outlets that we can use to cast it for 1 and stay alive. But I would like this, the Swamp Snare Trap, and the land all from this pack. We'll take another removal spell. We made this mistake before. This is, expensive, but Tundra tanks seem to go around pretty often. I don't know that we're trying to play that often. Deserter's Disciple, I think, is more for red-blue when you're trying to push through damage, and is not a premium pickup. It's like a filler 22nd, 23rd best card in your deck. Okay. Tiger Seal is here. But this is a lesson, so we'll take it over the Buzzard Wasp Colony. And I do not like Fire Nation Raider. We'll play it if we have to. But this is also a deck that potentially will have a harder time attacking in some games than you'd think. Let's put the removal over here. Do nothing over here. Kind of like a combat trick removal here. Oh, is it Porcupine? We have a lot of non-creature spells for it. I don't love it, but I'm not playing Foggy Swamp Hunters by any stretch of the imagination. Earth Rumble Wrestlers is not it. And Wolfbat is too slow. Also, drawing our second card each turn is going to come from Band Attachments, Sold Out, and then that's it right now. So we'll take a Porcupine and maybe play it, honestly. That being said, here we'll take a Kyoshi Battle Fan, take our first 2-drop. Pirate Peddlers is not something I'm happy to play, but it's in our colors, so I will take it and put it in the sideboard. Mongoose Lizard is more likely to be played than the stinky, foggy swamp ass hunters. Earth Rumble Warriors or Wrestlers more likely to be played than the Shrine. Okay. Firebending. We do have a lot of non-creatures, like I mentioned for the Porcupine. We hope to wheel, I guess, Vindictive Wardens before Fatal Fissure. We already have cards that kind of require combat to be happening. We have Porcupine, where we want spells to be being cast during combat. We're gonna have Firebending mana that we want to cast for it, and Azula kind of needs combat to be happening sometimes as well. So we'll probably take Vindictive Wardens if it's available here over Zay, Fatal Fissure. And How to Start a Riot I don't think is for us. Does this ramp them? I think it does if you kill a creature or land. I love Redirect Lightning in the red-blue decks. We played this and it's been awesome. I love Pain Life. Basically kind of like as a shore up that also destroys their creature. It's conditional. It's tricky, but with stuff to protect like the Porcupine or Ozai, it's pretty sweet. If we can play Ozai, attack with Firebending mana, then we basically get to hold this up. And we do lose out on a Deadly Precision here, but I think it's going to be worth it. This is like a combat needs to happen card. We'll take Epic Downfall over like a Pox Bearers. This is Firebending, but it's a 4-drop and it doesn't do anything on ETB. This is our colors. Cruel Administrator. What does he do? 5 mana, 5/4. Raid. Whenever this creature attacks, create a 2/2 with Firebending 1. So he's our colors, and he's uncommon, and he does have a nice payoff, but it falls into the same trap of if it doesn't have an ETB, then it's susceptible to being removed for cheaper mana, right? Like we play this, and then they do Sold Out or Epic Downfall or Deadly Precisions or kick Firebending Lesson, and they're trading up in mana, right? I guess 5, even trade here if you kick, but Sold Out, they get to get a clue and spend 1 less mana. This, 2 mana to kill our 5-drop, etc. That being said, Do we take it here? Do we take it here because Callous Inspector is not great? I don't want to play Boomy Bash. And we already have a Kyoshi Battle Fan. We do also have Redirect Lightning to protect it. We'll take one, but like I said, I'm not crazy about it. Azula, we're going to take Pox Bears. We need more 2-drops. There's another one. I think we will take another Abandoned Attachments over it. We can only have so many high drops, so yeah, it's actually going to be Abandoned Attachments over it. Vindictive Wardens did... Oh, it didn't wheel. This is pick 8. Noble. This is a Noble card. Will and Lee would get our O's high, so Will and Lee's looking better than it would almost ever. Or any of our lessons. They have lifelink. It gives them lifelink. But it's got to be Vindictive Wardens. We can't run another 5-drop. Fatal Fisher, maybe? That's a lesson. I doubt we play it, though. This is probably the best card it could tutor for and give lifelink. 7/7 trample haste. It's going to be another Porcupine. Take an uncommon for the vault. There's a Cruel Administrator. I think we'll start with just one on the deck. Katara is great. We've played her before, but not something we can afford to do here. Now, how many ways do we have to sack? Just Deadly Precision? Is that it? We have no Jumbu, Prowess. We're more like spell payoffs than sack, so I don't think it's Merchant of Many Hats or Jet's Brainwashing. It's going to be Merchant of Many Hats, I guess. Mostly it's vanilla 2/2. I don't want to take Zuko's Exile. This thing's just awful. This is for the ally deck, really. Maybe it was the 4 mana card, but I doubt we play it, and it could wheel. We have no 4-drops right now. Ooh, this card is nasty. It's not what we're doing. Zuko, Exile Prince. I think it's too slow. 4 mana card that doesn't do anything when he comes down. If you have 7 mana, you can exile the top card of your library that turn, but it's just got to be another Lightning Strike, right? We've got spells payoffs. This is just solid removal or damage to face. At instant speed, which is relevant for our firebending. This is potentially firebending once we get a lesson in the graveyard. This is firebending. And Vindictive Wardens is firebending. Fire Nation Attacks is also firebending. I love this card. We will gladly take it. Union Archers would be alright as well. Would it? X1. It's really more for the Otter Penguin type decks in red blue. There's a Judy. Do we take her or do we take a Swamp Snare Trap? I mean, we don't have a bunch of clue tokens or 1/1s to be sacking with her. I think we want to be attacking. So it's probably Swamp Snare Trap. Prowess is still getting triggered by Swamp Snare Trap. We could snap Kyoshi. We could sack Kyoshi Battle Fan. Maybe like Poxbearers or Merchant of Many Hats, but that's kind of it. So I normally like Judy, but Izuku's Conviction is something we want to run because we have Ozai. I think it might be. And we can kick it with Firebending mana because it's an instant. Alaskai. This one is removal, but it's not a lesson. Target creature fights. I don't know that we fight super great. I mean, we're not really missing out on anything here. Besides, I guess, the Wandering Musicians. We take that for curve purposes. Don't see us playing Energy Pending. Another Zuko's Conviction. I did wheel the Wandering Musicians as well, and we, like I said, can go fetch our Ozai. And we will take a 2-drop, even if this is not great. It is a prowess trigger. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is a lesson for our Fire Nation Cadets. So it is actually pretty nice here. If we play Fire Nation Cadets turn 1. I don't know that we play the Freedom Fighters. Alright, let's figure this out. Interesting first red-black deck. I think I want to cut Cruel Administrator off the bat. I kind of want to cut Wandering Musicians as well, our top end. These are nice for turning on the Cadet, but we don't have like draw payoffs. This is Combat Needs to Happen cards. Here's kind of a do nothing. I mean, this brings a body back. This is kind of like Combat Needs to Happen as well. Like we need to get Firebending mana for it typically. That's Azula's Always Wise, so we can probably cut Azula. Too much combat needs to happen in this pile over here. Removal goes over here. A Lightning Strike. Merchant of Many Hats is not great, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2-drops have a healthy amount of removal. Woe and Lee. Do we cut Merchant of Many Hats for Woe and Lee simply because it can fetch Ozai and give it lifelink? This thing doesn't even fly. 5 mana 2/2 is just so scary. It doesn't affect the board. Does it give any nobles that are on the field lifelink so we can stay alive at least? I think our only noble is Ozai. So even if we fetch it, we still need 7 mana to cast Ozai. So I don't think that's it. Alright, we'll put top end here so this fits more easily in a screenshot. And we'll run it like this. 9/8 makes sense to me. Need mountains earlier. We'll get right in there. Ozai on the card art makes sense. Box art. Here we go. First match against Jal Kantara, the Mighty. We get to play first. I feel like it's been asking us in a lot of these best of 3 if we want to play first in the first match a lot. This is not one land hand we'll keep. I think there might be one land hands we want to keep if it's a mountain with Fire Nation cadets and we're on the draw. But can't keep this. This is also not great, but it's better than 5. None of our, was it 7 1 or 2 drop creatures, and if we did draw the cadets, we don't have a lesson to turn them on yet. Vindictive Wardens is going to be our first play, unfortunately. And we won't have anything to do with Firebending Mana yet, and that's an awkward time to draw the Fire Nation cadets. Airbending lesson. We just learned this can be a very bad card against Earthbending decks. Wall top sentries, okay. Well, we can play with Poxbearers, or we can pay full cost here and remove his wall top sentries. I guess we can actually swamp Snare Trap, still play the Poxbearers, and then we get to attack with both creatures. Okay, back to 20. So game plan is he'll probably beat us in a longer game. We don't have a good set to firebend out a bunch of creatures or build up porcupines with our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 many non-creature spells. So draw into O O Zai and play it with enough mana. Earth King's Lieutenant puts 2 1/1 counters out and he'll grow himself. Deadly Precision kills Rebellious Captives because it's going to exhaust next turn. What do we think of that? Does he have entered the Avatar state? Maybe not. Alright, well, it's a swing all. +2/+2. We'll let him kill like the cadets or the Poxbearers without trading. We could pump here for extra damage, but we'll let him flinch first. I think he's got +2/+2. He does. Yep. By not pumping, we would pump. Well, we would bluff that we have something because we have firebending mana. Plus the swamp, we have like 2 damage removal, instant speed. We could have Azula's -1/+1/+1 effect. And he would be blown out, but he decided to flinch first. He gets a Plains, hopefully. That is another land in his hand. It's not. Vengeful villagers. Just a 3/3. Not an ally, so it doesn't pump the Earth King's Lieutenant. We're gonna let this 3 attack through. Okay, so we don't want to trade for the Earth King Lieutenant. So we'll attack with just the Fire Nation Cadet here. Pump if he blocks with the villagers. And now we're in board stall. Both top decking. Interesting. He's going to tap our Vindictive Warden. And then have something to pump Earth King's Lieutenant, or just trade for our 1/1. He has to sack to do that? Oh, to put a stun counter he does. Wow. That is an aggressive play. If he doesn't kill us before the stun counter comes off, then he's in trouble. I guess we bring back our Pox Bearers. It's going to be cheaper to grab it like this. Is it? Or we can just chill. We can just chill. Oh, if he has removal, but this is instant speed. Full control. Let's see if he puts a stun counter on it. I doubt he does. Right? He wants to threaten lethal. Okay, it's tapped. It's tapped. Okay, it doesn't have trample. Do cast it for kicker. Yoshi, a battle fan. He's gonna give us another body to block with. If we re-equip, we can't get Fire Nation Cadets to 3 power. But that's probably still better. Alright. O O Ooo Zai off the top. He's got a land that he can sack to draw a card, but that's about it. Okay. Resolve. So that there. You have to jump here. Jump here. This is actually awful. Right. Poxbear should have died. Create a new body. Downfall. Also, didn't need to show him that. Let's just pass. Let him kill us so that we can see if he has another card. Yip yip. Okay, so he's got 2 yip yips. Airbending. Some big stuff. Doesn't have a bunch of allies for Earth King's Lieutenant. So how do we stay alive? This guy. Have a better starting hand, I think. He has the X1. And combat will be happening, so maybe Azula Always Lies will be good here, and we swap out a Porcupine. Play first. This is a better starting hand. We still don't have our... Is it? It's just Kyoshi, turn 2, but it's better than nothing. I would love to have some Fire Nation cadets into Firebending Lesson. I think abandoned attachments can toss. Zuko. Ooh, no lands. That's tricky. Him gaining life in Scrying is not irrelevant. He gets to, yeah, bottom that card. Need more value out of his attacks than ours. Still no land. I don't love that. Play the Poxbearer and just chill. He's got one of his yip yips here, so be it. He'll trade for half our Kyoshi Battlefan. There we go. Third land. Let's develop out the board. All these non-creature spells in our hand are going to pump our Porcupine, but he does have Death Touch. I mean, we're going to trade a Poxbears or a 1/1 token for his Compassionate Healer here. If he has Yip Yip, then, you know, he's going to trade Yip Yip for it. It'll still be a 1/1. A 1-for-1 trade. This is a 4-mana 3/3. Okay. Still kind of a 1-for-1. We can Epic Downfall his sentries here. And hold up fire bending lesson and redirect lightning. Has the pox bearers of his own. Momo. So is he gonna sack here? If he puts a 1/1 counter on Compassionate Healer. Oh, he doesn't sack Momo. I was gonna say then we can kill the Compassionate Healer with Firebending Lesson. Leaves the battlefield. It's not even a death trigger. Okay. Do we want a Swamp Snare Trap? Oh, it's 3 mana. No, we don't. So let's... I guess we can hold up Azul as Always Lies. Can make his Vengeful Villagers a 2/2. Make our 1/1 a 2/2. Or just take 4. Let's take 4. Kiyoshi, Suki. Okay, well. We may Firebending Lesson Kicker next turn, so let's... kill Momo. Put 1/1 on our counter, on our guy. And he has nothing in... I mean, he's got nothing in hand. Now our Porcupine is big enough to block his Suki, and we have Redirect Lightning if he's got something, which he doesn't. So Firebending 1 is going to be enough to cast this for Kicker. For... yeah, 5. There we go. Now we're in a good spot. Airbending back our Porcupine. no tap lands. We have Ozai. We can't cast him yet. Let's get our Porcupine. Yeah, we can't. Firebending, 1, we can do that. I think it's better to do Fire Nation attacks, right? Okay. So Porcupine, he can bounce. I think we still run it, right? Cruel Administrator looks pretty bad here. So he plays kind of early drops and sets up to attack with Vengeful Villagers, which is understated. So we just need to survive the early game. But I don't think we play Pirate Peddlers. Do we actually? Is that better than Treetop Freedom Fighters and a Porcupine? I think it is. Opponent's on the play here, so yeah, we keep. We could potentially Firebend out. Fire Nation attacks early with Firebending Student. Attack us at 2/3, but if we don't hit a swamp here, there's not much we can play. This is rare. I think this is straight up worse in most scenarios than the 2-mana 2/2 uncommon that for 2 red pips and a colorless pip can make a 1/1 counter go on himself. Okay, 3 full attack here. There is the +2/+2 untapped, but we have open mana. I doubt he would do anything into it. And it looks like he doesn't have Yip Yip unless he's passing quickly. No combat tricks. I'll make this into a 3/3. And now we can do, a 2/3, interesting. Well, we can still attack and do a 2/3 with our 2/3 so that we can cast Fire Nation attacks. Alright, well. So we can actually get a mana back from this. We cast this as is, our power will get greater and we'll Firebend for 2. He does have something. Okay, that's fine. We still tap, so we still attack here. And cast Fire Nation attack. Smartly does not block. Suki. So he has 2 Yip Yips. I guess we allow this through, although it looks like he didn't have stuff. He either top decked this or he is conscientious enough to pass quickly and make it look like he doesn't have a nasty trick. Yuck. Okay, well. Let's toss the Merchant of Many Hats. Okay, we do get a swamp. And we could threaten an attack with Firebending Student here and play Sold Out, right? That's actually probably the best thing to do. Sold out his Kyoshi Warrior. And we can crack the clue with a firebending mana here. In case we get our 1-drop, our Fire Nation. Oh, doesn't this make a clue? No, only if it's dealt damage will we make a clue. Okay, we're gonna go down to 6 here. That is spooky scary. But just need another swamp, please. Wall top sentries. Okay. So there's Ozai. Four, 6. This is 9. We will fire Ben for 3 and be able to cast Fire Nation attacks, but he'll eat something. Graveyard to your hand. Pirate Peddlers. It's most damage coming at us. Let's give him a scry, getting him life. And now he's going to kill us in the air. If we can't get Ozai out. I mean, just one swamp. We're in business, right? +2/+2. He's a 4/5. +1/+1, indestructible. Then it doesn't. We don't get punished. So skills our prowess. Okay, a ground blocker is not going to help us. So we pitch the peddlers. Three, 6, 7 mana, so we can do this. 3 Merchant of Many Hats. 3, 5, 7. We can't do that in Fire Nation attacks. So we'll chill. Merchant of Many Hats I think we can bring back to our hand at instant speed. So hopefully he tries to play like a removal spell. We get to redirect lightning to kill his glider kids. Looks like we are not that lucky. Removal spell so that you can win combat, please. No. Okay. Oh. Okay, well that keeps us alive. I think we lightning strike now. Yep, this has to be a redirect lightning actually. Why did that not work? Huh? Target spell. Target creature you control. So I guess it still has the creature you control restriction. He has only one creature. Ah, so maybe this card is worse than it looks. Than I was reading it to be. So it changes the target, but it can't. It's still limited by its target restrictions. So if it says like target creature you control, and your opponent is casting it, it still will only target their creature. You can't steal like a combat trick then. Still good for removal, like a lightning strike that can hit any target or any creature. But a bit of a bummer that it doesn't also do combat tricks. I don't love it, but I'll take it. No 1 or 2 drop creatures. Opponent does mulligan. But we've got removal, we've got recursion, and we've got a 3 drop creature. Did he get a lesson? He did not. No lesson still, so that's nice. We will play a Vindictive Warden here. Now we'll be able to block the Platypus Bears if they gain the ability to attack. Platypus Bear Beatdown in red-green. Interesting. This Merchant of Many Hats is just not great in our deck. But I think we need a 2-drop. And he has a 2/2 body, so we'll live with him for now. Okay, sold out. Hold that up. He's 3 colors at least. Two damage is fine. He exiles it, but okay, now I will use sold out on a pot of a spare. It gives us a clue token. Has protection for his pot of a spare. I don't care about killing it with a firebending lesson. We'll take 2 each turn. You can poke him right back for 2 damage with the Wardens. I think maybe that's worth killing. Nah. Let's just cast this. He has no draw spell. He has no creature with power 4 or greater. So I think it's probably better to kill whatever he plays for expensive mana than to kill the thing that's going to help him cast it, especially at this point with him already having 5 mana on board. We take 2. Earth Rumble Warriors. Alright, we will kill that. Another octopus farm. So be it. Porcupine. Okay, he doesn't have black. He's not going to make us discard. We do have 2 abandoned attachments, though. Six, right? We'll take 6. Fire Nation Cadets. Well, we will double block Platypus Bear here. Let him flinch first. Now, if he has a lightning strike, he can do it straight to our face. Okay, another porcupine. What we'll do here is we'll play a swamp. Do we need to play a swamp even? We don't. Get back our Fire Nation Cadets. Pump up the porcupines. Play it back out. Hold up Lightning Strike. Cycle of Renewal. It's alright to see, doesn't affect the board. By casting it on this turn, he actually doesn't get the pump to Earth Rumble Wrestlers unless he draws a land. That is acceptable. Do we want a 2/2 coming in, or could we do better? I think we can do better. Where art thou, O Zai? I mean, there's other cards that would help us here. Fire Nation attacks would be nice. And then any other playable, really. Kills our porcupine. Ran and Shaw. Just kind of finishes off here. 2/4/4 flyers. It's gonna be too much. To do some sort of crazy removal spell here that we can redirect lightning, and I think we'd still die, right? Okay. Concede. Okay, well, flooded for a little too long there. Is treetop freedom fighters what we want to be doing against this guy? I don't think so. I don't think it's what we want to be doing against anyone. We'll get maybe one mongoose lizard in here. Or one, what's his face? Cruel administrator. One mongoose. Gale is 2/1. Give us some top end and smooth out our lanes if we need it. Less packs less a punch than that 5/4, but there we go. Okay, we have O O Zai in our starting hand. This is exciting. I should have played this mountain. 2, 3, 4, and then O O Zai to look forward to if we get to that point. Probably shouldn't give them the information that we have our mountain before we attack, but very likely inconsequential. He's got all 3 colors, 3 raw lands. That's kind of crazy. And he has a lesson in his graveyard, so he will be able to attack with Platypus Bear. That's the second mountain for O O Zai. We, I think, want to chill with our sold out. We could attack for 5 damage here. Nah, let's get in. Bait out an Octopus form or start hitting him for 5. Boulder ready to rumble, so we don't want to let that attack. Let's just play out our Vindictive Wardens and hope he doesn't have combat tricks to enable attacks with Boulder. I think we'll double block with Warden plus Porcupine here if he doesn't remove it. Although we get blown out. Alright, well, now it's a double block with the Pox Bears and Warden, and he will kill both creatures. Is it? Or do we just let it through? I mean, he uses his turn, then we have nothing. 3/5. I mean, O O Zai is coming out, right? We're gonna let it through. Alright, O O Zai. Do your thing. Alright, and we don't need to ping him right now. The mana that we don't spend from firebending sticks around until he kills O Zai. And 6 or more unspent mana would have done it. 1 more firebending. We would have given O Zai indestructible and flying. Not that he needs flying. He's a 7/7 trampler with firebending 4. Now, nice part about Vindictive Wardens is even if he kills O Zai here, we ping him to 3, and then 1, 2, kill him in 2 turns. So I think we actually don't need to do that because O Zai keeps it unspent. Nice. Thank you, O Zai. Okay, well. He's got fight, so I think Azula always lies gets better. And we cut what, the Merchant of Many Hats. I kind of hate that card. I know we need 2 drops, but Firebending Student into Porcupine. So prowess and 1/1 counters when we play non-creature spells, of which we have a lot in hand. I think we just let that firebending mana disappear so we can play out our Porcupine. Is he gonna kill our firebending student? Earthbend 4, but it's tapped. Okay, free attacks. I guess it's gonna be Earthbend 2 here. Fire Nation Cadets. Okay. We're going to be firebending for a minimum of 3 mana each turn now. So even if we don't hit a land, we can, kick this? If there's a dead creature we want to get back, like a Porcupine. If he kills that, this is going to make his creatures larger. Okay, we do hit a land. That's nice. It's a swamp, unfortunately. But let's play it. Let's attack out. We know he has octopus form, right? But we'd still pump. So Porcupine, Fire Nation, Cadets go. Azula +2/+2, essentially to our creature. Makes it a 3/4 attacking in. Do we just attack all here except for the land? interesting thing's going to happen with redirect lightning here. We can move. We might have to pay for ward. Octopus form. If he casts it. So. -1/-1 +2. Three, 4. Pump and pump again if he has nothing. Then Zuko's Conviction can be cast with our creature land. So, trade. Gets to draw a card. We get to bring back. Do we want Firebending Student or the Cadets? I think our Cadets actually. So he has no creatures to put the counters on now. The Porcupine is a threat. And we have an awkward lack of mountains, but can potentially also attack in with our swamp here. The redirect lightning is awkward with the creatures you control. If he goes to put 1/1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures you control, redirect lightning would just allow us to change what creatures he's targeting, but it would still be... Well, I guess it'd be up to, right? Ooh, Boomy does 4. Pretty good here. We do get another mountain. Seven is going to be too big for us to attack in with our Porcupine. Alright, well, we're going to need O O Zai again. Because the opponent is sitting on the other side of the board with a 7/7, a 3/3, and 5 cards in hand. We've got a couple of stinky 1-drops and a 5/5 Porcupine. Raucous Audience is okay. Don't mind seeing that. So with Firebending 2, 4, 6, 8, we can pump to be 5 power. Deadly Precision is going to allow us to attack in here. Let's pay for... Kill this. He has Octopus form. And chill. Oh no, he has Porcupine removal. Combustion technique for 7, wow. This guy really has a lot of lessons in Graveyard. Makes this Dragonfly Swarm pretty good. Rain and Shaw is gonna be... That's gonna be that. Unless we draw our O O Zai like right now. And even then, I don't know. But that would be enough. It is not. Alright. Concede. Red-black has seemed pretty bad. We forced it once we had picked up O O Zai. So the rest of the deck is... It's got some structural problems. The early drops are not the way we would like them to be. The Firebending is, I mean, it's not too far off. We have 2 cadets. We have lessons to turn them on. But I don't think porcupines is what you want to be doing. Cut that. That is a maybe we do have enough removal to play one of these 5/4s for 5. Maybe that is better than the porcupine. No, we're gonna run into the same issue, right? Porcupines have been getting removed, so that's just gonna be worse if we play a 5-drop that gets removed for cheap rather than our 3-drop. Opponent goes first, 1 land hand. We have to mulligan this. And we can actually play Vindictive Warden still with this. Let's get rid of our Conviction. Don't have a creature here that I think is really worth bringing back. In our hand, at least. I mean, O O Zai is definitely worth bringing back. More red mana. Would have been nice to have a swamp. We play this turn. Turn on the Fire Nation cadets. Firebending. That being said, here we don't do that. I think we just attack with cadets. Play the wardens. Not a lesson. Not a lesson. Toph. Okay. Well. I think it's better to earthbend a mountain here, right? Is it? Or do we want to take a card from his hand? This thing's a problem. That being said, we could just take Wang Feng and he can only play out these playables. 2 drops. Put a 1/1 counter. Wang Feng looks like he might be an issue. It's not Merchant of Many Hats. I think it's either Phoenix Fleet or Wang Feng. Alright, let's take Wang Feng. Epic Downfall his Toph. Start getting in for damage. Okay. 2/2. Well, we can Firebending lessens planes. He'll have no mana left. Because he drew like a yip yip. Exile and go for maximum aggro. Okay. Well. Raid. Then ping for 1 now. Ping for 1 later. No card to discard, unfortunately. We'll just ping. There's a card to discard. And we do have one more abandoned attachment, so we'll hold on to that swamp. He's exiled from the game. O O O Ooo Zai. Phoenix King. Please, we just want ping through the remaining damage. That's our only vindictive ordinance. Doesn't even kill it. Zula, I would have liked one of those. Okay, another abandoned attachments. Not bad. Pitch a swamp here. Did auto tap both mountains. Fire Nation attacks is something we can cast. End of his turn. He's gonna lose a life when he attacks with the Zula. You know, I bet it boosts your win rate if you get the lands am I right emote, just so you can bluff having all lands in hand. When you have something like this, you just go, oh, lands am I right, and pass real fast, and they swing out. Okay, doesn't make any new bodies. Nice, that thing's gonna be a problem, but he taps. Now only has 1 body, and that should be game. Can't block both creatures, and he's tapped out. He's just pausing because he can crew his Phoenix Fleet airship. 4, 7, 8. Nice. Man, this deck does not feel great. This red-black feels underwhelming. What do we even side out is the problem. We need our 2 drops. Redirect lightning, maybe? Earthbend, he's still then target creature. How does that work? I can't look at his hand, can I? The Rebuke? What is that? The Earthbend 2. Oh, I don't even know what card that is. Is it target creature? Exile target creature? I mean, lightning. Redirect lightning's still good with that. I guess we just run it as is. Hope to get lucky. This is certainly keepable. I would love to have our 1/2/1 drop. Nope, off the top. But I can't put back a 2/3 5-drop curve with both colors. Change the target a spell. Target opponent. So, I'm the only opponent. This wouldn't do anything, right? We would just lose another card. Redirect lightning with Dai Li and yeah, I think this just has to go through. Will maybe make us toss our Warden or Kyoshi Battle Fan. I guess he could also take our Fire Nation tax. It's probably correct to take our Battle Fan. Now he knows about our Redirect Lightning. He knows. 2/1 body also kind of does close to nothing. Alright, we will Lightning Strike the swamp on his turn. So we can't use it for mana. I guess it's too late. I guess we have to hold full control for that, or set a stop on his upkeep. So now we're gonna kill Long Feng. Another creature or land. Alright, Long Feng needs to die. First he is tapped out. Mountain with nothing to do. This is rough. If you don't have early drop creatures to play out and curve out within the firebending deck, then you just kind of get way outvalued by any other type of deck. Is he gonna sack Toph or no? I don't think we double block here. He's got 2 cards in hand. And now we can't even. Boulder, ready to rumble. Alright. These look more like blockers than attackers right now. There's O O Zai. That changes things. Now they are looking alike. They could be attackers. No, it's probably just O O Zai. re-equipping. Does re-equipping do anything? It blocks the beetle-headed merchants. We do have to give up 5 life now if we want to cast Redirect Lightning. So he knows about Redirect Lightning, but we can still use it if he's got removal for Ozai to protect it. Four, 6, 8. Oh, he gets to Earthbend before he sacks with Beetleheaded Merchant, so... $12 damage. Is it even better to block? Okay, now we just need to survive. Alright, Indestructible Protection and Redirect Lightning Protection. If we cast Fire Nation attacks, we lose Indestructible 3, 5, 11. We still have enough Redirect Lightning mana to cast it without losing life. Tapped and attacking. Let's see if he sacks first. So 2/2 on you, 2/2 on you, 2/2 on you, 3/2 on you, 2/2 on you. All we gotta do. And actually we do need to pay the 5 life with the Redirect Lightning, so he has removal for Ozai here. We are in trouble. He does not. Power 4 or less. Ozai does not qualify. Hooray! We win. As long as we have the 6 more unspent. 1, 2. Nice. We figured it out. Okay, well, we got to win with Ozai, but 1-2 was not the result we were looking for. Red-black seemed bad, but I don't know that we gave it a totally fair shake. I mean, I love having the cadets, but our lack of 2-drops, good 2-drops, was killing us. This is not great. Firebending Student was even
a little bit awkward. This worked nicely with the Fire Nation cadets. So I think that was the main problem with the deck, was the lack of 2-drops. I would have loved to swap these Borcupines for like the 2-mana 2/2 firebending guy. But I mean, people know that card is good, so I don't think you're going to get it very often. So I think the red-black deck is going to be a hard deck to make a lot of the time. Just my read on it so far. So put cards in here, so it lets me leave. Anyways, GG's. We'll see you next time.